Hey, Junket. Test 1 2 3 4. Can you hear me loud and clear?
Hi. Good morning, Sri. Yes, I can hear you loud and clear. What about mine? Can you hear me?
Yes, I read you strength 5, loud and clear.
Okay, great.
So just a heads up, I'm just going to be flashing the promo slides that we have ongoing right now. And once I've done the short introduction, I'll give you the prompt to flash the slides.
Okay, cool. Thanks, Sri.
Hello there, welcome to another live webinar with us from Nova. This is Sri, your facilitator of the day. And what will we be discussing today? We will discuss trading using premium trade signals for free on Phillip MetaTrader 5. Join us for this exciting lunchtime webinar where we will demonstrate to you how you can conveniently follow and execute trade signals on a wide range of assets using Acuity Signal Centre. Besides, you will also gain a deeper insight on how to easily identify support, resistance, pivot levels on all contracts on Phillip MetaTrader 5 with just a click of a button. Draw on technical analysis by industry experts from Trading Central with Trading Central tools that comes free with your Phillip MT5 platform. And walking us through these wonderful insights is none other than our strategies at Phillip Nova, Lim Jung Kit. His main area of expertise is in Forex with a huge focus on major pairs. And as part of the FX and Bullion desk, Junkit specializes in the BD of all products and platforms and to support the trading needs of you, the customers. And Junkit's market views and comments have been regularly featured in the Business Times, Lian He Zaobao, Money FM, and the Phillip Nova website. We have a market trends page, and that's where many of his articles are featured. All right, Junkit, if you're all set to go, let me give sharing rights to you.
Okay, great, Sri.
Okay, before I hand the reins over to Junkit, can I just do a quick poll? Can you hear me loud and clear? Yes, thank you so much, members of the audience, for confirming you can hear us loud and clear. Okay, let me just hand the sharing rights to Junkit right now.
All right, thanks, Sri. Give me a couple seconds to load the screen. All right, I believe my screen is already showing, right?
Yes, I see. You're all set to go,
Okay.
Junkit.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much, Sri, and a very good afternoon to ladies and gentlemen. Like what Sri had mentioned, thank you so much for joining us on this lunchtime webinar. So, as the title would suggest, today we are going to talk about how you can trade premium trade signals for free on Phillip MT5. Okay, all right. And before we proceed with the session, so just like to go through a very quick disclaimer here. So anything that we cover during today's webinar, it is for educational purposes only. So our main intention here is to introduce to you the different features or the different additional tools that we have on our MT5 that would enable you to enhance your overall trading experience. So it shall not be taken as any investment advice, okay? Because we do not take into consideration your investment objectives, your financial situation, or any any risk appetite, any sorts like that. So we do hope that you are able to learn a bit more about our platform and its extra features today. Okay, so looking at the outline for today's session, firstly, I'm gonna go through a quick introduction of the two main trading tools that you can use on our MT5. So the first one is Trading Central, and the second one is the Acuity Signal Centre trading tool. Okay, and after that, I would guide you along a very simple process on how you can download these tools and easily install them onto your MT5 platform. Okay, and thirdly, I would be going through how you can launch and navigate these trading tools on MT5. Okay, and following that, I will be demonstrating to you how you can use the Acuity Signal Centre to trade on the premium trade signals that is free for all of our clients. Okay, and after that, I will be going through covering some additional features under the Trading Central trading tool. So these are the things that include a tool called Market Bus as well as an economic calendar. Okay, and last but not least, I do hope that you guys could stay to the end because we do have something very exciting to share with you for both new clients who have yet to open an account with Phillip Nova or to our existing clients. Okay, so both of this group, you are able to win something or you'll be able to entitle to something in our this promotion. Okay, so the first one I'd like to introduce to you the Acuity Signal Centre. So basically, it is a plugin based MT5 trading tool that helps you to generate trading ideas using a combination of AI and human-led analysis. So essentially, this is a plugin that you can install from our website. Okay, download from our website and install to your MT5 desktop in a few simple steps. And what it does at the end of the day is that it aims to simplify the decision-making process for you. So instead of you doing your own analysis, drawing your own levels, this tool would be pumping out dozens of trade signals every day for you. And all you have to do is just to look at it. If you're okay with it, then with a click of a button, you are able to execute and follow these trade signals very easily. Okay, so a bit more about this tool. It combines experience and human-led analysis with its powerful AI technology to conduct some deep analysis on the market. Okay, so while they also draw the professional trading expertise among their own team to deliver to you dozens of transparent trade ideas that would be beneficial to both new and also advanced traders. And for a lot of us, when we are just starting out to trade, some of us may have at some point, just went on to different sources like a Facebook or a Telegram to look for trade signals. Okay, so there are actually a lot of those trade signals out there, but at times we do not know the sources of these trade signals. We do not even know if they're legit or not. Okay, and then at times these signals may not be even complete. So what we're going to share here is that these signals that we have here, they are all authorized and regulated by the UK Financial Conduct Authority, the UK FCA, because this signal center, they are based in the UK, and then they are regulated in the UK. So whatever that they are pumping out, be rest assured that they are all regulated. Okay, so the next tool that we have here, basically it's still the same tool. Just like to highlight a few key features that we think is really really good for this one. The first is it has clear calls to action. So each trade idea, they actually consists of clear target levels, confidence rating, as well as they would receive continuous update. So each trade idea, right, they will tell you exactly what is the entry point, what is the target point, and as well as what is the stop loss point. Okay, so it is a very complete trade idea, because some they just tell you the take profit levels that they don't even specify the entry level. And as we know, the entry level in any trade idea, so basically these three levels, the entry level, take profit level, and stop loss levels, these are very important levels if you're looking at a trade, because this would directly impact your risk to reward ratio and your payoff lah. So this tool, it specifies all of that very explicitly. Okay, and the second one is that all of these trade ideas, they all have very transparent ideas that accompany with the levels. So each trade idea is actually generated by a team of expert analysts. So these are actual human experienced technical analysts. Okay, that is from Acuity Signal Centre, and they would formulate these trade levels, as well as they give you a few lines of the strategies behind these trade signals. So they are not just giving you random levels, they actually justify them by telling you what is the thought process like, and you'll be able to learn from them as well through this process. Okay, and the third one, it is the performance monitoring feature. That is each trade idea, you'll be able to track the performance, or rather you'll be able to look back at the past trade ideas that they pump out and to look at the performance of these trade ideas. Okay, so once again, it provides a high level of accountability. They give out all these trade ideas. They do follow up and to tell you if they did get triggered, or if they did get close at a profit or at a loss. So it's all very transparent. You'll be able to look back. Okay, and then so that is a brief overview of our first trading tool, which is the Acuity Signal Centre. Of course, this is just an introduction. Later on, I'll move on to the platform to demonstrate to you how you can actually use it. All right. So the second trading tool that we'd like to introduce to you is the Trading Central Economic Insights. Okay, so from this slide onwards, I'll be talking about tools offered by another provider, which is the Trading Central. Okay, so the first tool that I'm sharing here is the Trading Central Economic Insight. Basically, it is an economic calendar on steroids. it offers a lot more feature than what a traditional or conventional economic calendar would offer. Okay, so it helps us to monitor, anticipate, and also act on market moving economic events more effectively. Okay, it gives us some actionable real-time data, powerful impact and volatility analysis tools, and it also has some interactive charting that would enable us to identify and assess how the real-time economic events are impacting the different forex pairs. Okay, so with that, what it does for us is that it enables us to make some timely and educated decisions around economic events trading. Okay, the next tool that we have here, it is also another tool that would aid us in terms of our fundamental analysis, and this is called the Trading Central Market Bus. So in a nutshell, this is an aggregator for news. Okay, so because when we are doing like fundamental analysis for any assets, we would go on Google to search for any news related to this particular asset. And at times, there are just so much resources out there. So what we are experiencing in this current days and age is that we are experiencing this thing called the infobesity, where there are just too much news and social media posts out there that we basically don't have time to digest them all. Okay, so what these two Market Buzz does is that it helps you to easily spot which stocks or which topics that are buzzing and deliver you a smarter news experience lah. So they use AI technology to look through the market and then to summarize for you. Okay, so these are the top news and these are the top topics that people are talking about. So you can do this analysis on basically all the contracts that we have on MT5. Okay, very cool feature. I'll be demonstrating this later on. Okay, so the next portion, I'll be demonstrating to you how you can look for these tools and how you can download them. Okay, so I think for that, I would hop onto my browser. Okay, so to download these tools, very simply, you only have to go to our Phillip Nova website, which is phillipnova.com.sg. Okay, so once you're in this website, you can hover over to this top panel here, this top button here, which is the platforms, Phillip MT5 suite. Okay, so once you're in this page, so basically this is where you can look at all the information on our MT5 platform. And if you scroll down a little bit further, we do include some of these information of the various trading tools that you can download on top of our MT5. Okay, so you look at all these these orange buttons here. So this download Acuity Signal Centre and user guide. So to download these tools, you simply have to click on these buttons here, and also for Trading Central as well. You can easily download them here. Okay, so let me go through one of them, which is for the Acuity Signal Centre. So once you click on that, what you get is a PDF file. So this details a few simple steps. So let me go through them briefly. So the very first step before you want to download the Acuity Signal Centre is to make sure that you are logged into our Phillip Nova server on MT5. Okay, because MT5, many brokers do offer MT5 as a platform, but Phillip Nova, we are the first and only regulated broker in Singapore that offers a Acuity Signal Centre. So if you are logged onto another broker, you will not be able to access this tool that we'll be sharing later on. Okay, so once you have downloaded, once you have made sure that you are logged onto our server on MT5, okay, then you can proceed to click on this link here. All right, this link here. So after you click on this link, it would just be a few seconds of downloading process, and after that, you'll be seeing this pop-up window here that asks you if you want to download or install this. Okay, so you just click next, click install, and there you go. You have successfully downloaded this tool. It is very quick, and upon the completion of this downloading process, all you have to do is just to restart your MT5, and after you restart, okay, you'll be able to see these tools on the navigator panel in your MT5. Okay, so the downloading process for Trading Central and Acuity Signal Centre, they are very much similar. So they are very similar and easy process to download. Okay, so now that I have demonstrated to you how you can download MT5 Acuity Signal Centre easily, I just want to note that And for Trading Central, although you may see two buttons here, okay, so basically there is only one download link, which means that if you download one time for Trading Central, you'll be able to access all the features under Trading Central. Okay, so to summarize again, there are only two buttons in total for the trading tools. The first button is Acuity Signal Centre, and the second button is the download Trading Central indicators. So once you've downloaded from these two buttons, you have access to all of our free trading tools on MT5. Okay, now let me hop on back to our MT5 platform. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is our MT5 trading platform. And for today's sharing purpose, I will not be going through the basic navigation of MT5. It is only targeted at sharing with you the trading tools that we have on MT5. Okay, so if you're interested to learn about the basic navigation of MT5, you are encouraged to go to our Phillip Nova website. There is this section under the Trading 101 where we have a series of informative video on how you can navigate this MT5 platform. Okay, but for now, I'll just be going through the trading tools that we are talking today. Okay, so once you've downloaded all the trading tools, right, you'll be able to access them under this navigator panel here. Okay, so on the left, you can see my cursor moving around. So this is the navigator panel, and you can find your trading tools under this Expert Advisors folder. Okay, so you click on Expert Advisors, you'll be able to see Signal Centre Trade Ideas as well as Trading Central. Okay, so first and foremost, let us just launch the Acuity Signal Centre. Maybe we could just launch a chart first, drag and drop. You have this chart on Euro Dollar. But basically, to launch these trade ideas or to launch this trade tools, right? It doesn't matter what tool, what chart that you're pulling out. Any chart, it is fine. All you have to do now is to drag, okay, click, drag, and drop this this tool onto the chart. Okay, at this juncture, you'd be prompted to set a few simple settings. So here, do note that you should be allowing algo trading. Okay, and once you have ticked that, you click OK. Okay, so now what it is doing is that it is launching this this trading tool, Acuity Signal Centre. What I normally, a personal preference, what I like to do here is I like to set these settings to launch it in a separate window. Okay, so that way we are able to see it in a bigger display. Okay, so I've just changed the setting to let it launch on a separate window. So I only have to launch it now, and it would appear as a separate window. Okay, so you're seeing here now is a separate window. Okay, it normally takes a couple seconds to load. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Acuity Signal Centre that we've been talking about. And what you're seeing here, each individual tile, they are actually one trade signal. Okay, and as you can see, there are many different assets that you can trade here. So you can see there are forex trade ideas, there are indices trade ideas, there are also stock CFD trade ideas, precious metal trade ideas. So it is a lot, and you may notice now some of the levels here, they are blurred out. Because what I'm doing now is I'm displaying this on a demo account. So this full features is only accessible if you have a live account. Okay, and the good news is to have a live account, it is a free live account, and for the month of April and May, or in fact for the rest of the year, if you open an account with us, and if you fulfill a few simple criteria, you'll be able to receive a welcome gift. Okay, so I'll go more into that later, but for today's demonstration purpose, I'll be showing you this full feature, okay, of this Acuity Signal Centre. So assuming that you have a live account, this is what you'd be seeing. Okay, I'm going to go through a few simple features here. So this is a tile view. You're able to view all these trade ideas in this tile format. Pretty intuitive. If you like to go into a list view, you can also change that at the top here. So the different trade ideas, they are displayed in a list manner. Okay, and then you can also do some simple filtering. So this one allows you to filter the confidence level of these trade ideas. You can also filter based on what asset class that you are looking at. Okay, and after that you can also look into different status for all these trade signals. Okay, and then there's good news for those who are more familiar in Mandarin. This tool also comes with Mandarin, both a traditional and simplified Chinese, that you can use it to access this tool. Okay, so now that I've explain the key features of here, like the key layout, so we can zoom into a particular trade signal. So to look at a trade signal, you can do that very simply by just clicking into any of this trade signal. Okay, and this page alone is dedicated to one single trade idea. Okay, as you can see, you can tell which symbol it is. You can also see the short-term news sentiment around it. So right now, the short-term news sentiment for this Kiwi dollar is looking pretty bullish in the short term. Okay, and it tells you what kind of order it is. So now they're advocating for a sell limit for this currency pair, accompanied by the target levels as well as the stop loss levels. Okay, right here you also have a confidence level. So the confidence level here, just to share a bit on how it is normally derived on the Acuity Signal Centre, because like I shared earlier, these trade signals, they are all generated by like human technical analysts. Okay, so this confidence rating, it would take into consideration the past performance of this person, of this analyst, as well as the strength of the technical setups that this trade idea is derived upon. So let's say that it is a very strong trade pattern that they have identified, and therefore they would put it as a higher confidence rating. So just bear in mind that this is a combination of a few different indicators on the end. Okay, and doesn't mean that the higher confidence level, the higher the chances of this trade signal being hit. So not necessarily. We do see from time to time that trade signals that has a low confidence level end up being triggered and profitable as well. Okay, so look at the chart here. So I think what I like about this this tool is that it depicts these different trade signals or these different limit orders in a very graphical manner. Because like when we are just starting out, I personally find it very difficult to illustrate or to imagine what a sell limit is or what a sell stop order is. So what it tells you here in a graphical manner is that if you are looking to do a sell limit order, you are looking to sell at a price that is higher than the current market price. Okay, so the current market price is on here. They are advocating for a sell order when the prices rise to the level that is higher than current levels, which is 0.62. Okay, and then once you put it, once the system sells for you here, then the target level will be set at 0.6135 with a tight stop loss at 0.6220. Okay, so this is how the graph, the chart is showing. And then move on to the right side, you do have the publish time and the expiry time for these trade ideas. Okay, so I think what I like about this is also that every trade signal, you know that when it was published and when it will expire. Okay, that way you know that what you're seeing is the most recent and most relevant ones. Okay, and do bear in mind that the timing here, UTC +2, this is the same time as you will see on the MT5 timing. So it is not the same as the Singapore time. It is the same as the MT5 timing, which is UTC +2. Okay, next up, also there is a few lines of the strategies behind these trade signals. You can see that the reason, the basis of them deriving these trade levels is because of this few explanation, which is basically the previous support is located at this level, the previous resistance is located at this level, and they also tell you that there is no clear indication that a downtrend move is coming to an end, etc., etc. So for various trade signals, of course, the strategies or the explanations behind them would differ. So I think it is pretty fun to just look into each of this, and then you can also see how the experts are decoding the price movements and therefore giving you a few levels that you can easily follow. Okay, and aside from that, they also give few volatility events that could potentially sway the price movements of this asset that you're looking at. Okay, so these are the few main features of few main information they will display on these trade signals. And right now, okay, so assuming that you are happy with the strategies that they've given, and also you think that the levels that they've given make sense to you, so you can follow this trade idea very conveniently by clicking on this button right here. Okay, oops. So because I'm demonstrating to you on the browser, which is not what you'll be normally seeing. So what you will normally see, it is in this EA on MT5. So what you're seeing here, because this is restricted, so only if you're a demo user, like what I'm accessing from now, you can only see very limited trade signals. So just let me look for one trade signal that is available for demo users to see. Okay, so right here, you can place a trade very simply by clicking on this trade now button. So as you may notice, immediately you have this order ticket pop up already. It already fills in almost all the information that you need to place an order. So it's here, it says that it's a pending order. It is a buy limit order, exactly the same as this trade idea. It has also input for you the entry price, the stop loss price, as well as the take profit price. Okay, and as well as the expiration date for this this trade signal. Okay, so right here, so basically these are all pending orders that you're putting in through this EA. So what a pending order means is that you put in an order for the MT5 to execute for you if the market price reaches your entry price. Okay, so if the market price does not hit your entry price by the expiration date, which they have put in here, your pending order would be automatically cancelled. Okay, so let's say this one that I'm showing on the screen, it is set to expire on 21st April, 8 a.m. UTC plus 3 timing. So by this time, if your entry price is not hit, right, this order would immediately be just cancelled. Okay, so it would not be running for eternity, because market outlook change and the sentiment change. So they want to ensure that all the trade signals that they have, it is only valid for the valid time frame. Okay, so all you have to do now is really to decide how much you want to trade. So at here, they have put in the minimum volume 0.01 as default. So depending on your position sizing or what your trading plan, you may modify this on your own. And if you're good with all that, you can place a trade just by clicking the button here, place. Okay, you'll be prompted order was created successfully. And now if you go back to your MT5 platform, you go back to your trade panel, you will see that the pending order that we were looking at, it has already been successfully placed on your MT5 platform directly. Okay, so all the levels, they are exactly the same as you see on the EA. Okay, so I think pretty cool feature here with the EA, you look at different trade ideas. Okay, if you like it, you can just with a click of a button place a trade directly to your MT5 platform. Okay, and also there's one thing that I forgot to share is that all these trade levels that they give, they all take into consideration a very robust risk management framework. Okay, so as you may notice, the target level and the stop loss level, they are all not risky. They are never more risky than a risk to reward ratio of 2 to 1. Okay, so I think from here, what it seems like is a risk to reward ratio about 1 to 3. So for every one part of risk that you're taking, you're looking at least 2 to 3 part of reward. Okay, so that is something that's a really good touch in terms of the trade levels that they are giving out. Okay, so aside from that, just a note, because our provider Signal Centre, they are based in the UK. So typically on any trading day, you will start seeing the first round of trade ideas come in around 2 to 3 p.m. Singapore time, because that is when the European market opens. So when the European session starts, so that is when we will start receiving the different trade ideas for the day. Okay, so I think that is that is how you can access and trade premium trade signals on MT5 for free. Okay, and moving on to the next trade tools that we have. Actually, it is called the trading central indicators. So let me launch this tool on our chart. So very similarly, you drag and drop, you click OK. Okay, so when you open the window, there are normally 3 tabs up here. So the first tab, we think it may not be so relevant. So what we want to spotlight here is the economic insight, as well as the trading central market bus, which we will cover later. Okay, so the first tool that we have here is the Trading Central Economic Insight. So basically, it is an economic calendar on steroids. So you can see a lot more historical analysis based on this tool alone, which is built into your MT5. To go through the very basic filtering that you can perform on this tool, firstly, it is this time frame that you're looking at. So if you just slide in across, you can see the recent next the economic events that will be happening today, tomorrow, this week, next week. So this slider essentially is for you to filter the time frame which you like to see the economic events. Okay, and if you want to just look at a calendar to select the specific time frame, you are also able to do that on this calendar here. Okay, and after that, you are also able to filter based on the importance level of these events. So what I have selected here by default is the medium and high importance level for these events. Okay, following that, you have the event type, which you are also able to select. And after that, it is the list of countries that you like to look at. So what I've selected here is the G7 and the EU nations. So basically all the economic events related to these countries that I've selected will be displayed on our main calendar here. Okay, so let's look at the main panel of our economic insight, which is the economic calendar itself. So what you're seeing here is the economic events that will be taking place today, 21st of April 2023, and the upcoming events that we have here is for like S&P Global Services PMI for France, and also there are many upcoming events here. Okay, so perhaps let's look at some of the more interesting one. Perhaps okay, let's just look at this now. Basically, okay, so let's just pick one. Okay, so if I have clicked into any of these events, right, so what you will see immediately, it is a description or an explanation of what this economic event is about. Okay, so I think this is very educational. Like right away, you would be able to see what this is about and how it would impact the prices of the currency pair that you'll be trading. Okay, so aside from this explanation, you can also see the forecasted value and then the previous value as well. Okay, so these are pretty standard. Okay, so what I want to share now is your ability to click on these 4 buttons here, which would give you a deeper insight. Okay, so let's click into the first one, which is the event chart. So what the event chart tells you is it tells you graphically how has the historical forecasted value compared against the actual value. Okay, so for this S&P Global Services PMI, we can see that across April to July 2022, the actual figure has always been performing lower than the forecasted value. Okay, and then you see that in August it's like that, and also so for October to December, you see that the actual value has also underperformed the forecasted value. But starting in January, we do see that the actual value outperformed the forecasted value for 3 months in a row. Okay, so this one just perfectly illustrates to you the relationship between the forecasted value as well as the actual value for this particular economic event. Okay, so this is the first event chart. And secondly, it is the price chart. So what we are seeing here is the price chart on euro dollar. And basically, each diamond that you see on this chart here, it depicts the announcement of this economic event. Okay, so you can see that the most recent release of this was this one was in March. So after the release of the event, you can see how the prices moved. Okay, also basically you are able to trace back to each of this event to see how did the price move after the release. Okay, so from here, I think it would be really good addition to your own analysis on how you want to interpret these economic events. Okay, so on the right side, you can also just scroll down and then it just lists down for you the previous performance of this economic data. Okay, so the next step we have here is the volatility. So it measures the volatility of the price after the release of this economic event. Okay, so the first one up here, it basically tells you like after this release on March. So basically the prices, it was bullish after release. And if you look at the Feb data, after the release, the prices were actually bearish as it went down. Okay, so the bottom chart, what it shows you essentially is the volatility, and they measure the movement of this particular asset in terms of average true range after the event. So you can see how volatile the prices was after the release of this data. And in September last year, we see that the move was particularly large. Okay, the prices went down by this much, and then the volatility was also measured at the highest across the full year. Okay, so this is it. Okay, and if we look at the summary here, we can see that across the past 12 months, 7 out of these 12 times, the prices actually end up bullish. Okay, and the rest of the time, which is about 40%, prices were actually bearish. Okay, and then of course, this is they measure the price movement 4 hours after the event. So depending on the time frame that you're trading, you are able to change it to see the impact of the event, like 15 minutes after the chart, after the release, or maybe 1 hour after the release. So of course, this would give you slightly different results because there are different time frames ultimately. Okay, so depending on your own trade strategy or your trade pattern, you can customize this on your own. Okay, and then the last tab here that is very interesting. It is this thing called the impact analysis. Okay, so from here, we are looking at the impact of this event on euro dollar 4 hours after the release. Okay, so this right here, this button, this diamond right here is the time that this event was released. So after it was released, we know that 4 hours after that, the prices actually increased to this level. Okay, and in the meantime, you see that the prices did make such a move. Okay, and eventually ended up here. Okay, and you can also just change it to different time frame, like 1 hour. You see that the prices were pretty much flat, or if 15 minutes, you can also see that the prices are pretty much flat. So it really depends, like the previous point, what's your trading strategy or what's the time frame that you're looking at. You can feel free to play around with this. And of course, what you're seeing here is the most recent event, which took place, I believe, in March. If you want to look at the previous events, you can simply click on this previous event button here to just look at how did the previous events affect the price movements. So from here, you will get a very informed and educated information on like the past performance of this event. Okay, so I think that is the pretty much everything that I would share about this economic calendar, economic insight. So, but I would highly encourage you to just download this and to play around with it to see what other analysis that you can draw. So what we hope is that for this tool, to complement to your own trading strategy or your own analysis plans. Okay, so the next up, the next tool that we want to share is this TC Market Bus. Okay, this TC Market Bus. Hold on, I may have to relaunch this to show you that tool. So sometimes when you see any error, a very simple workaround is for you to close the window and then to relaunch it. Okay, so introducing the Trading Central Market Bus. So a recap. So this is actually an aggregator for news, and it basically tells you what are the assets that are currently buzzing in the market. So each of the bubbles you see here, they actually represent one single contract or one single asset. And the bigger the bubble, actually it means the more buzzing this particular asset is. Okay. So right now, you see that the crude oil, it is the most buzzing as it had 1,007 publication or news over the past 24 hours. Okay, and also we see in terms of the currency pair, of course, euro dollar, it is buzzing. Tesla stock is also buzzing with 1.2 thousand mentions in the past 24 hours. Okay, so at the moment that you're launched, so what you're seeing here is already a customized watch list from Phillip Nova. So what you're seeing here, everything here, you'll be able to trade on our platform. Okay, and of course, there are also a few filters that you can play around with. What is set by default is 24 hours, which means it measures the number of publications each of this asset has in the past 24 hours. So essentially what it tells you is the most buzzing stocks in the past day. So let's say if you want to look at the most buzzing stock in the past week, you can change the setting to 7-day. Okay, so this one, it tells you in the past 7 days, what are the publications that have had what are the stocks that have had the most publications. Okay, so perhaps now we could just go back to the 24-hourly display, and then let's just hit Tesla. Okay, so at one glance, it tells you the overall mention of this Tesla. So basically, what this tool does is that it will filter through the whole internet, okay, for any publication that is related to Tesla. Okay, and then in the past 24 hours, there are actually 1255 mentions of Tesla online, and therefore it is absolutely buzzing. Okay, so you see this meter here, right? Where it stands now is it is here, it is buzzing. So that means that the news volume that this Tesla received in the past 24 hours is higher than its average daily volume. Okay, so therefore we think that something may be happening. You know, something may be out with this Tesla stocks. That's why there are so many people talking about it. Okay, and next up, you can also see the split between the different sources. So a majority of this news about Tesla, they are from the news. So that's like 82%. So aside from that, we got 17% from the web and also 1% from social, like Twitter. Okay, and they have also given you a trend analysis. So it says that the prices may fall, and this is a short explanation of what this data is about. Okay, and then next up, if you look at the right side, this is the news feed for Tesla. Basically, it summarizes for you all the important the news that mentions of Tesla. Okay, so one that is here is that Musk price cut shows challenge for Tesla product strategy. So basically, if you are trying to research on Tesla, you don't have to go to Google and screen through different sources. This place, it puts in nicely for you all the related news on Tesla. And if you notice closely, these are all from reputable and reliable news sources. Okay, so if you like, let's say you like to find out more about this, you can just click on it, and you can click on this story continues, this button, and then you will be launching the full article itself. Okay, so a very one-stop place for you to do your fundamental analysis in terms of reading the news about the stocks they want to trade. Okay, and may I direct your attention to this panel on the left here? This is the most discussed topics. So I think this is where it gets interesting. So there are so many news out there that's talking about Tesla, and what do they all talk about, and what does it mean for me? Okay, so this panel here, it summarizes for you that currently the most discussed topic is actually earnings decrease. Okay, and secondly, it is a price target decrease. And then thirdly, people are also talking about the earnings announcement. Okay, and then you also have other topics that talk about revenue increase and earnings below expectation. So these are basically the words that this AI tool is able to pick up from all these publication out there. So I think at one glance you get a pretty good sense of where the market is heading, or rather the sentiment around this stock. Okay, so of course this is only a particular example on Tesla. You can just feel free, to go around on other things. On MT5 we also have indices CFD. Okay, this is where you can also see all the related news to these indices. Okay, so I mean the possibility, it is limitless for the things that you can see here. So similarly, we do encourage all of you to go on this tool and to play around with it. Okay, pretty exciting. Okay, next up, I think I do still have a little bit of time to cover another tool that we have, which I did not mention about in my slides earlier. Okay, so for now, just a quick recap. Okay, so what we have discussed so far, it is the Acuity Signal Centre, which is a place where you can go on and browse many trade ideas, and you can execute them in a single click of a button. So very convenient tool. Secondly, I have covered the Trading Central Economic Insight, which is an economic calendar, but you get to see a lot more historical analysis. Okay, so that's second. And thirdly, I have covered with you the Trading Central Market Bus, which is an aggregator for the news. So that is particularly useful if you're looking at news analysis, you're reading news ahead of your trades. Okay, and then next up, this tool, I think it is more directed to people who are into technical analysis. So right here, you are looking at specific levels to get in and get out. Okay, so we have another tool under Trading Central, which you can find under this indicators folder. Okay, go on indicators, and you'll be able to see at the bottom there's this folder called the Trading Central. So expand on that, and what I'd like to share with you here, it is this analyst view. Okay, so for us to have just to have a cleaner chart, let me drag and drop a new chart here. Okay, so this is a clean chart, and we can launch this tool here by a drag and a drop of a button. Click OK. All right. So right here. Okay, so this is Trading Central Analyst View, and at a drag and drop of a button, you'll be able to see some very clear support and resistance levels. Okay, so as you can see, perhaps, sorry, let me just change the setting of this chart layout. Okay, so at a click of a button, right, you'll be able to see the different support and resistance lines that the experts at Trading Central have already drawn out for you. Okay, so this is particularly useful for beginners who are still learning about drawing support and resistance line. This is where you can come in, drag and drop on any chart that we have here on Phillip MT5. You'll be able to have these levels populated. Okay, and aside from the levels, Trading Central also will give you that tick on where the prices may be going. So on the Aussie dollar hourly chart, their preference is decline. So they believe that the prices may be heading to lower. Okay, so if you read their short commentary here, their preference would be short positions below 0.6735 with targets at 0.6710 and 0.6690 in extension. So essentially what it means that if the prices are below 0.6735, which is this pivot line here, then they'd be expecting prices to hit S1 and S2 respectively. Okay, so I think the defining factor, or rather inflection point for the view here, is the pivot level here, which like if prices are above this pivot level and their preference would be more towards a bullish preference. If the actual prices is below this pivot level, then the buyers will be more bullish for this currency pair on this chart. Okay, and I just like to say here that this pivot level, it is not the pivot level in technical analysis. Like if in technical analysis, if you learn about pivot point, there is actually a formula, for you to actually use and calculate a pivot level. So that's a traditional pivot level, okay? But this pivot level by Trading Central, it is actually their own level that they draw, taking into consideration various factors. So things like historical support and resistance levels, and also any chart patterns that they identify. So this pivot level basically is their way of telling you it is an important level. Okay, so if prices are above, the trend tends to be bullish, and if the prices are below, the trends tend to be bearish. Okay, and also of course, looking at different time frames, the analysis will be different. So this is 1 hourly chart. You can switch to the daily chart, and then the signals here, they would be updated as well. Okay, so sometimes on the hourly chart you will see the preference is decline, but on the daily chart the preference would be for it to go higher. So in this case, it happens to be that the hourly chart and the daily chart, they have the same bias level, just more towards the bearish side. Okay, so I think very useful tool. Just now I mentioned that for new traders, you can come in here to just practice on how to draw support and resistance lines to get experts take. But for those seasoned traders who are used to drawing their own levels, I think it never hurts to just launch this tool as well to see what the experts have to say about the chart that you're also looking at. So from there, you can seek additional validation, and also to seek a professional second opinion before you place a trade. So I think this tool is very useful for both new and seasoned traders as well. Okay, so if you like to delete this indicator from your chart, also very simply, you can just come in here, just right click, and you can delete the indicators window. Okay, so right now, I'd like to jump back to my PowerPoint slides to go through a few FAQs, okay, regarding the tools that we talk about. So the first one is Acuity Signal Centre or Trading Central available on mobile? So the answer is no. Currently, these trading tools, they are only available on your MT5 desktop. Okay, and secondly, is it difficult or tedious to download these tools and plugins? The answer is no. Like I have demonstrated earlier in this session, the installation process is very straightforward, and you can go onto our website. In a few simple clicks, this tools is up and running already. So it is really convenient for you to just download and use them. Okay. The third question is, you may be wondering, do you have to pay for these plugins? So the answer is no. All the trading tools that we have on MT5, they are free for all of our users or clients to use. Okay, so there is only one exception here, or not exception, but one catch here is that the Acuity Signal Centre, because it is like a more a premium tool, you're accessing like all these premium trade signals for free. Therefore, it is only accessible to live account users only. While demo users, you can launch the tool well, but it will be like what I showed just now. Most of the trade signals, they will be blocked, so it will be like blurred out, and you can only access very limited trade signals. So for those of you who are still demo users, we encourage you to just open a live account, and you'll be able to access the full library of trade signals. Okay, and the last question we have here, which is how you can read more about the Acuity Signal Centre or the Trading Central tools. Very simply, you can go to our Phillip Nova website, go to the platforms MT5 page, and you'll be able to see all the information that you'll be curious about on this tool. Okay, so I have basically covered all the sharings on the trading tools. So I think next up is what is exciting, which is the promotion that I teased to you about. The first one, very exciting promotion, it is for the existing clients. Okay, so like I mentioned earlier, there are two promotions that we have here concurrently. So the first one is targeted at existing clients. So if you're already a client with us, you stand to win something, which is a lucky draw that we are having actually. So 2023 is Phillip Nova's 40th anniversary. And as a way to thank our clients for being a part of our growth journey, we are having a series of lucky draws throughout the year. So for, basically there'll be 5 lucky draws throughout the year, and there'll be 1 lucky draw every 2 months. And the good thing is every lucky draw, there'll be 40 winners per draw. So I'd say the chances of you winning is pretty high. So there are 40 winners every draw. So you can expect that you do stand a good chance to win something. Okay. And across these 5 lucky draws, there are actually many, many prizes with a total prize pool of 20,000 Singapore dollars. Okay. So these prizes, they would range from cruise vouchers, free luxury hotels, gadgets, and all. So for the first lucky draw, which would be taking place, would be from the period of April to May. So April to May, you can perform certain actions, which I'll cover later, and you'll be able to stand to win these few prizes that I'm showing on screen. So of course, the grand prize that we have here is a Royal Caribbean international cruise. So if you're the top winner or the top lucky winner in this lucky draw, you can win exclusive experience to a Royal Caribbean international cruise. So that's worth about $1,100. So that's a grand prize. Okay, and the second prize for this current lucky draw, it is a stay at MBS, Marina Bay Sands Deluxe Room. So the monetary worth of that is about $950. Okay, and the third prize winner, you get to win a Samsonite luggage. So that's worth about $700, almost $700. And then the 4th to the 40th prize winners, all of you would receive a $40 trading credits in your trading account. Okay, so the top 3 prizes, you get the Caribbean cruise, you get MBS stay, you get a Samsung luggage. But for those who come in at 4th to the 40th, right, you still get $40 trading credits, to add to your trading capital. So I would say it is a pretty good deal for all of our clients. So it's really a giveaway. Like, we want to thank you for being part of our journey. It's our 40th anniversary. So we do hope that this would be quite fun for all of our clients to take part in. And how you can take part, this is where it comes to my next point. You can win chances for this lucky draw by performing 3 actions. Okay, so the first action is by performing a trade on TradingView. Okay, so a bit of context here. Phillip Nova, we offer 2 trading platforms. Okay, so the one I was showing earlier is MT5, and the second trading platform that we have is called Phillip Nova. So that is where you can trade stocks and other assets, stocks, futures, currencies, all that on Phillip Nova. So with a login to Phillip Nova account, you can actually go on to TradingView and use the same login ID, and then you are able to trade on TradingView. Okay, so as all of us may know, TradingView is a very user-friendly trading platform. So you are able to trade with us through TradingView now. So if you place one trade, at least one trade on TradingView, you get 1 chance to take part in this lucky draw. Okay, and secondly, it is to trade via MT5 Acuity, which is what we had shared earlier. Okay, so if you manage to place 1 live trade via Acuity Signal Centre plugin on MT5, you get an additional chance. Okay, and thirdly, if you trade the featured product class of the month, which for April and May, it is stocks and ETF. If you place at least 1 trade in stocks and ETF through Phillip Nova, you will also get 1 more chance. So if you complete all these 3 actions, you actually get 3 chances to win something out of these 40 prizes that we have to give up. Okay, so I would say it is pretty attractive. So we really hope our existing clients could take part in this. Okay, so right. So if you want to find out more about this, you can scan this QR code here, and you'll be able to find more information. Okay, and then next up, the last question, the last sharing here is for the new clients, for anyone out there who have yet to open an account with Phillip Nova. So this is a really exciting 40th anniversary giveaway. And if you be among the first 40 clients to open an account with us, and you fund in a minimum of 4,000 Singapore dollars, you will receive a welcome gift from us that is worth $250. Right? So for the month of April, we are giving out a free Bose speaker. Okay, if you fulfill the criteria that I mentioned earlier. Okay, so you'll be among the first 40 to open an account, and you fund in at $4,000, you get it. But based on the stats that I have so far as of today, if you fulfill these criteria today, you still do stand a chance to be among the first 40. Okay, that's all I can say. So just go ahead and do it. Chances are you'll be entitled to this free gift. Okay, and also in May, we'll be giving out a different gift, which is the Apple AirPods. All right. So basically throughout the year, because we are celebrating our 40th anniversary throughout the year, for every month you get to receive something new. Okay. So you can go ahead and scan this QR code, and it will bring you to an account opening form. So all you have to do from there is to fill in your details, and then to select 40th anniversary under the section How do you know PNPL. So this will enable us to track you that is coming from this initiative, and therefore we can monitor that and to give you the free gift if you manage to fulfill the criteria. Okay, so I think at this point, let me just look at the questions that we have here. So will the slides be shared with participants? Hi, yes, you will be receiving this these slides in our follow-up email. Okay. So, okay, I received another question is about the timing. So, Singapore is the UTC +8. Okay, so UTC +8. So if the platform is showing UTC +3, so all you have to do is to take that time and to +5, and you get the Singapore timing. Okay. Okay, and the next question that we have here, it is how to trade with Phillip Nova via TradingView. Okay, so this one, as long as you already have an account with Phillip Nova, you can just go on to TradingView. You open a TradingView account, so that the standard, and then you log in via your Phillip Nova account credentials. Okay, so by doing that, you can connect directly to Phillip Nova, our backend with TradingView. Okay. So, okay, and let me look at other questions. Oh, so there's another question. So what if we are the 41st user to open an account this month? Like I mentioned earlier, this is eligible for the first 40 to open. So if you're the 41st, you will not be entitled to the free gift. However, if you still participate in the lucky draw, so the good news is, if you come in as a new client, you receive this free gift. And if you still perform these 3 actions, right, you are still participating in the lucky draw, and you stand to win so many attractive prizes. Okay. And so for now, at the time of speaking, if you sign up today, I would say that you are still eligible to receive this prize for the month of April. Okay. Okay. And I think we have already overrun on the timing. So the thing is, after this webinar, we would be following up with you via email. So there are many questions that we received. So we're happy to see there's so many interest in this. We will get back to you on these questions via a follow-up email. Okay, so be assured that the questions that you receive, we be answering them for you. Okay, so with that, I think just like to remind you that what we have covered today is really a set of different trading tools that we have on MT5 that you can download for free, and they'd be really useful, in elevating your trading experience on MT5. And for existing clients, you can trade via Acuity and stand a chance to win in our lucky draw with attractive prizes. And for anyone of you in the audience who have not had an account, we highly encourage you to scan this QR code, okay, and just fulfill this few simple criteria, and you'll be able to receive this welcome gift worth $250. Okay, So I think with that, thank you very much for being such a great audience today. We do hope that you've learned something beneficial from today's sharing session, and we do hope that you have a great weekend ahead. Okay, all the best, and thank you. We hope to see you soon next time.